Hello, my friend, and welcome to your Reiki session. I hope you're doing as well as possible. So, for this session, we're just going to be pulling and plucking any unwanted energy that we can sense and then snapping it off. Just snapping that energy off. Then we'll clear it and cleanse the space so that you can have a nice, refreshing rest of your day or your night, free of any kind of mental clutter. And that way you can really go to sleep tonight, rest, and allow your mind to just kind of start from scratch in terms of a blank slate, fresh, rejuvenated energy. I've been really enjoying including some energetic snapping into our sessions here, particularly when I'm doing kind of some of that Swedish folk healing sessions and things like that. But I feel like it would be really fun to just do a whole session, because I think also the ASMR aspect of the snapping is quite nice when I'm editing it. I love listening to it. But all you need to do is just sit or lie back. But you have to promise me one thing. You have to promise me that you're going to just let any of that mental clutter go. You can even just do this by just saying, I'm willing to release, to yourself, aloud, maybe down in the comments. I'm willing to release. I'm willing to let go. Because sometimes that's all it takes in order to release something that you've been holding. Maybe you're releasing a conversation from the day. Something like that. It's just helpful to say, I'm willing to release this. Give your mind permission to just kind of let that go. Right. Okay. Beautiful. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on my palms. Really open up the palm chakras. And we'll do this beautiful, energetic snapping here. I'll start with some of this rose cream. I'm keeping this in with my incense, and there's tons of like incense dust. It's like my fairy dust. On this rose hand cream with vitamin E. For skin softening rose infused hydration. So I did want to mention, for any of you who are interested in becoming a Reiki practitioner, doing Reiki levels 1, 2, and 3 with me, becoming my Reiki student, I do have a summer sale going on right now. It's capital Summer 15. All caps Summer 15, 1-5. But that's going to be closing here soon. I will let you know exactly when, but I will be closing that soon. So if you have wanted to sign up for Reiki levels 1, 2, 3, or the crystal course that I have on offer, those are all 15% off for the next few days. Okay, my dear. And we did have our live stream. It was so fun to connect with you. I love having more healers in the world. It's so special. So thank you for those of you who were there. That was for level 1, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, now I'm going to use this Undaria algae body oil. I'm working in the garden so much these days that it's just nice to give my hands some love. My hands have always been like this, kind of like old souls. Ever since I was a kid, they are just kind of a little bit, they've always been dry, and my hands never sweat. That would what I would always say is like the benefit of having hands like these is that they never sweat ever. And yeah, I think they're very expressive, but sometimes people would pick on me because my hands looked dry. But I have some eczema on my hands and things like that. But yeah, this time of year especially, I don't know about you, but it's just, even if you're not a gardener, there's just something about the heat and everything like that. But anyway, I love my hands. I love my hands. I think they're very, well, they're mine, so might as well love them, right? Okay, I'm going to draw the symbols in the palms of my hands just so we can really activate them here. Slow your breathing down for me here. Slow, deep breaths. There's nothing else that you have to do right now. There's nothing else that you have to focus on. Just be right here. Let the day go. Let the week go. Let it all just go. So we're going to start by just, it's kind of like snipping. Energetically just snipping. And then we'll do some clearing, but a lot of the sounds in this session are going to be like clicks, snaps, things like that. So we'll probably snap the fan. Just for any of you who love that sound. It's funny how sometimes our minds are, it feels like they're working against us in a way. Replaying things that we definitely don't want to think about over and over and over again. But you're not alone. That happens to all of us. And if you're somebody who you feel like you're experiencing maybe a lot of that, or that like mental chatter, mental clutter, it's not feeling supportive, then this session is really for you. I think the more you can kind of unload some of that burden, particularly before you go to bed, you know, it's so helpful. And I think if we are just tending to ourselves with gentleness and care and love, it's much easier for us to show up for others in a very like whole and loving way. That's why it's like kind of such a cliche, like put on your mask before helping others, or you can't pour from an empty cup. But those cliches exist for a reason, because so many of us are kind of martyrs to circumstance. And if we can kind of turn inward and just start to ask ourselves, like, what do I need right now? And while it's not always possible to kind of give yourself everything you want in terms of self-care and all of that, like delicious goodness of tending to those things, like spending a long, luxurious morning in nature, or really like sitting in a long meditation, or receiving these Reiki sessions, or, even kind of going more on the kind of more, I don't want to say superficial, but like more of that materialistic, no, that sounds bad, bubble baths and like that kind of more commercial self-care, I suppose. Nothing wrong with that, but even those things, like that can take up our time, right? So maybe we don't have the time or energy or resources for those kinds of like self-care resets. But just taking a moment, maybe hands on heart, maybe one hand on the heart, one hand behind the neck, the nape of the neck, the seal chakra. Just to say, like, what do I need right now? Do I need to slow my breathing? Do you need to slow your breathing? Do you need to have a day off? Do you need to have a day where you're not filling your plate with obligations? You might have to plan it in advance, but is that something that you need? Do you need to incorporate more like moments of self-care throughout the day? Do you need to develop take 5 minutes to develop a little self-care routine of slowing your breathing down? Maybe taking a stone, something like selenite, and just running it through your aura. Do you need to do something like that for yourself? Do you need to reach out to a friend or a loved one who can empathize with you and validate your experience? Do you need that connection, maybe a good belly laugh? Just connecting with what you need. Do you need to stay more hydrated? Do you need to move your body a bit more? Do you need to spend more time in the sunshine? Whatever you need, just trying your best to just kind of be your own advocate. Be your own advocate. Advocate for yourself in your life. I know you advocate for so many other people, and you're caring for so many others, and you're extending that energy, and you're taking care of things, and you're in that zone of like outward facing energy. And so it's really important to turn that energy inward as well. It's so important. And I give you permission to do that, even if no one else does. I give you permission to do that, to really tend to and care for yourself in a way that feels really resonant for you and supportive. Yeah. slow your breathing down. Shift into night mode. Okay. Feeling pretty good here. What do you think? Good. Oh my gosh, I have a funny thing to tell you. I was getting ready to create the session with you, and I heard the way Bert described it was, it sounded like a little kid was imitating a bird, like a crow. And so it was like, ah, ah. It's hard to do it without doing it at full voice. But it was going on for so long, and then I realized it was a fox. So I know we have foxes on the mountain. I saw one the other day just dancing, kind of like frolicking all around our foxgloves, and I was like, a fox in our foxgloves. Oh my gosh. Just so magical. Like, I think that's, to me, one of the most special things about kind of, not that there aren't foxes in certain cities and things like that, but like living in the country, I feel like, yeah, that to me just really speaks to my heart. I've lived in cities for many, many years, and I love cities, but I think there's something about that energy of the countryside that's just so magical. So yeah, there was a fox. I think it was doing a mating call. I saw it the other day, and yeah, and it stopped, so it's moved on. But when they have their little kits, their little fox babies, they are so cute. I saw one, mama fox walking across the road, and then two little kids following her. I think that's what they're called, kids. Anyway, they are just so magical and special looking. I love them. Anyway, now that we've kind of snapped this energy loose, I'm gonna go ahead and clear and cleanse any residual energy. How beautiful. Love it so, so much. Oh, it's on the underside. Oops. I'm going to light one that I've already lit. But yeah, I keep thinking that I'm going to hear it again. I think it would probably be too distracting for a video session with you. But isn't that funny? So now I'm going to come through, and any energy that remains here that needs to be cleansed, we're going to cleanse together. Good. just letting go. Just releasing. Even release the tension in your physical body, the tension in your eyes. Just let your eyes gently close if that's what you're called to, if that feels right for you right now, or just sort of soften them. Sometimes we don't even realize how much tension we're holding in our eyes, in our brows. It's so funny. I was noticing while I was editing one of my gardening videos the other day. I was like editing a video for my gardening channel. And I very often when I'm working have this face. What is that? I think it's definitely because growing up I didn't get glasses until I was like 18, so I couldn't see very well. And so I think I'm just very used to kind of concentrating like that. And when I'm doing gardening projects, I don't always wear my glasses. So I think it just goes back to that kind of like, but you know, I'm like, when I'm in the garden, I'm in my blissful, happy place. It's so peaceful. So it's just the way my body kind of like focuses. But yeah, maybe your natural thing is just a clenched jaw, really clenched tight jaw. We can just release some of that energy and pull it out and snap it. You don't need to hold all that tension there. Maybe here. Maybe it's here. Just release some of that tension there. Yeah. Could be in your brow, like me. Could be in your lips. Your throat could get caught, tense, tight. Shoulders are a very common culprit. Just let go of that left shoulder for me. Just let that go. Just let it drop down. We'll do this one first. Just let it drop down. Maybe even lift up your shoulder and just drop that one down. You can leave the other one. Lift it up and drop it down. Let it go. Let it go. Let the day go. All right, now we'll do the other one so that one's down. Now lift this one up and let it go. Lift it up and let it go down. Down, down, down. Good, good, good. You don't deserve to hold on to all that. You don't deserve to hold on to so much tension. Let it go. 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 Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, snapping the fan. It's kind of nice. Just snapping that fan. We're going to use this to come through and just waft all of that energy down and out through your feet. Do you like the sound of the fan? Maybe that's too fast. You know, the reason that so many kind of household things are associated with magic, you know, like the broomstick, right? Is because of that, the power of the domestic life. There's so much power when we're home. There's so much power in that. There are lots of other reasons that aren't as like cozy. But that's just kind of a fun thing to think about, is how much power there is in having our fortress, in having our space, our little sanctuary. I think one wonderful thing about starting a spiritual practice of any kind, or kind of opening yourself up to the magic of the universe, is that you start to recognize the divine in everyday things. You start to things start to be like peppered with that sparkly light of divine energy, when you can start to notice how mundane things are actually, you know, sprinkled with magic. Coming up and then going all the way down. Down and out your feet. So starting at the top and using the smoke to just clear and cleanse all the nooks and crannies of your aura, so that you're nice and protected, comfortable, confident, calm, relaxed. I want you to be in that rest and digest mode. Calm, secure, supported, nurtured, held in love and light. Use this to draw the sacred symbols outside of your heart space. Now, if you want to place your hands on your heart space just to help me out, to really kind of activate this chakra, to let in love, self-love, universal love, light, and healing. Good. Let's use this beautiful rattle to just seal in all of this energy. Starting at your crown, moving down creating this thick, buoyant aura all around you to hold in all of this goodness. We've released so much. We're going to hold in the goodness, okay? Breathe in and release. Come through and just do one more clearing kind of on the outside of your aura, so you have your supportive aura, your orb of energy all around you. And now I'm going to come in here and just around the outside, clear and cleanse anything that's lingering. Come around behind your back and on that side. We'll just come through here. And scoop around. Just vacuuming any lingering energy that's not serving you. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative and emotionally balanced. You are safe. You are safe. Oh, thank you so much for joining me for this session. I love creating these sessions here for you and get to hang out with you. So, have the very best rest of your day or your night. Take really good care of yourself, okay? Take good care of each other. And until we meet again, be so well, okay? Namaste and sweet dreams. Hello, my lovely, lovely patrons. This session is going to be all about just like sending love into the hands. Our palms are these like entry and access points for so many different energies to flow in. So doing Reiki hand massages I find really helpful. So soothing. So I'm just going to be sending this energy towards you. I love using things from nature to send healing energy. You know I love using things like driftwood, stones, all the earthly elements. I love using water as a healing element. Good. So sending that love towards you, and see if you can just maybe breathe it in fill yourself up with that gorgeous, loving energy. Imagine the aroma just swirling in and flowing all through your body. Which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to help you accomplish tasks and achieve objectives. Cool. This is going to be a really powerful time for you. 2 super empowering cards. You have this fiery energy, and you have like the earth and the roots and the ancestors. It's like star and earth and fire. Find as comfortable a position as you can. Maybe close your eyes. You could lie down, whatever feels right for you. And let's begin today with gratitude. Whatever position you find yourself in, bring to heart one thing for which you are grateful.